put a couple names on the big board. Today, it being Friday, the last day before next week in the draft really ramps up. I thought I'd put the two most useless positions on the board on this Friday and get them out of the way. And the two most useless positions are, of course, running back, and the other one would be special teams. So we'll do both of those today. And let me just say, Mazz, also, they need a kicker for sure. And you know they'll draft for special teams. Do you feel they need to draft a running back?
No. I mean, between what? Michelle, Harris, White, Burkhead, that's enough. I mean, you know, I suppose you could argue if you want to help out Michelle that they signed the fullback too. I was going to say you might want to go get a fullback.
Yes, there's no arguing. There's no arguing. Stop.
No, they don't need one.
They drafted a running back in the first round 2 years ago, a running back in the third round last year. What are you doing? What are we running the wishbone?
And they never even used Damian Harris last year, so yeah, you're good at that position.
Freaking ridiculous. So let's just get this out of the way. Billy Lanny, Director of Communications, is going to chuck markers at me. I got my draft magazine up against this boogie board that we got here in the studio. Billy's going to shoot three. We're just going to be consistent. First page, second page, third page. So whatever we land is whatever we land. Billy, go right ahead, please. Okay, can you help me with where that hit?
Like top left, I thought, right in the middle there.
Second, I see it. Jonathan Taylor from Wisconsin. You know what? I actually like this player. He's a fun guy to watch, but I would never draft him.
Here we go.
Would never draft him, but he's good. He's good. He's going to be good. Jonathan Taylor, Wisconsin. Put him on the board. Okay. Think Le'Veon Bell. He's good. Like, he's going to be a good player. Hold on. Go ahead, Billy. Next one. What, did that hit anything? Okay, right there. Yeah. Zach Moss, Utah. Okay.
Oh, that's... Wait a minute. Different Moss.
Yeah, okay, go ahead. What the hell was that? Whoa. Jesus. Oh,
Go
great.
to the TV.
God.
Nice throw,
It hit
Billy.
the picture.
It hit the pitcher?
I think so.
So Anthony Mcfarland, it looks like Maryland. Okay. Billy. Want to go big? I want to shoot for this little section of fullbacks here and see if we can we'll just put one fullback on the board for bleeps and giggles. As we like to say, they don't have write-ups on them. There's just names. It's a really small little box. If you're seeing it right here, it's this thing right here. So the closest to, Billy. Okay, do your best.
Yeah, Felger, the season wasn't the same after they lost Devlin.
What do we got?
They need a fullback, Felger. They need a fullback.
Oh, yeah, you got one, Billy. Excellent.
They need a blocker.
Richie Worship of Purdue. No, you know what? I'm going to change that. It's Bo Bishart from Colorado. It was closer to that. Billy, good job. All right.
We sure? Are you mocking the board?
I'm not mocking the board. It was right between the two, and so I had to make an executive decision right there on the fly, which I did. Bo Bishart from Colorado is your fullback. There's no write-up, so just put him on the board. As for the actual guys we hit at the running back position, if the Pats didn't have a running back and needed a running back, and they were sitting there in like the third round, and Jonathan Taylor was available, I'd tell you to go take him. And I'll just give you the Felger scouting report. He's nasty. He's good, patient runner, like a slasher. Think Le'Veon Bell. He's a poor man's Le'Veon Bell. He can also catch, but just super patient. Like he'll jump cut into the hole, sort of hesitate, and then like he's just got that style. A really nice player to watch. Good runner. The negative I would give to him is that he crapped his pants when they got to Ohio State. Crapped his pants. Absolutely turtled against the Buckeyes in the biggest game for them in the year. He was good against all the crap. And then they got to Ohio State, and he sharded himself.
It's good value in a choker.
Anyway, the write-up says strengths. It's hard not to love Taylor as a runner. He's well-built and shows terrific power, bullying defenders and showing excellent balance through contact to continue his path. He also has light feet, subtle quickness, and the acceleration and long speed to pull away in the open field. His experience shines through in his patience and instincts, and he routinely feels holes open up and hits them at the proper time. He handled a massive workload over 3 seasons without any significant injuries or declines in effectiveness. Okay, those are his strengths.
Yeah, it's not going to work here because they don't open holes.
Weaknesses, like many other Wisconsin backs, he benefited from a great offensive line, breaking off several big runs by waltzing through huge holes. He's not very quick laterally. Despite his dedication to improving as a receiver, Taylor's route running needs polishing, especially as he expands his route tree. Anyway, put him on the board. Jonathan Taylor, Wisconsin. Zach Moss.
Bill likes those guys that run straight ahead, though.
Yeah.
And wasn't James White a Wisconsin guy?
Sure
He
was.
was.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Go ahead.
No, Jonathan Taylor's a good player. Zach Moss, Utah, strengths. He's 5'9", 222, Mazz. We have
Tiny little guys on the big board.
this is like the 6'4" and under league.
Would you say 5'9" what?
5'9", 222.
That guy is Sosie's little brother.
This guy's a fire hydrant, literally. He's projected to go in the second or third round. Compactly built, I'll say, with quick feet. Moss boasts an ideal frame, agility, and balance. You know what? I do like these little guys, though.
The Maurice Jones-Drew types.
Yeah, and who's the one I really love? Sproles.
Yeah, Darren Sproles.
Darren Sproles. Love that player. Danny Woodhead. I think those guys have value. The little dudes that you just can't see. Like they can hide in the trees. Anyway, this is one of those. He had some human joystick to him.
Oh, boy. This guy's going to be fat when he's older, man. He's going to be huge, but go ahead.
Zach Moss again, a human joystick, darting laterally, forward and backward to elude defenders in tight spaces, but is not reliant on making them miss, showing good lean.
Yeah, he runs downhill.
Okay.
Maybe they mean the cough syrup.
Sure, good lean. Leg drive and toughness to shed tackles. Good stop-start quickness, utilizing hesitation moves, a solid stiff arm, and good vision to set up blocks to consistently and creatively generate yards after contact.
Did you say Utah State?
Correct.
So he plays with Jordan Love then?
So I'm sorry, Utah, not
Just
Utah
Utah.
State.
Oh, all right, okay. All right.
Weaknesses, while tough to bring down, Moss is not the bulldozer his frame suggests. Winning more often with his athleticism than power. He varies his speed nicely, playing fast, but may lack the stopwatch speed to wow in workouts. That's fine. The Pats don't value stopwatch speed. I like the sound of that player, too. If they're going to draft a running back, man, please give me a freaking break.
Oh, God, please, 7th round at best.
Or if you draft them, use them, please.
Anthony Mcfarland, 5'9", 198. All we do is have little fellas. Strengths, a jitterbug back with breakaway speed. Mcfarland is a big play waiting to happen. He is cat quick, darting in and out to elude defenders in tight quarters and accelerating in a flash to ruin pursuit angles. He ruins pursuit angles, Mazz.
Yeah, well, that's critical. I mean, if you can disrupt that, usually you get bigger holes and openings.
Weaknesses, significantly undersized and is coming off a disappointing injury-derailed season and yet still opted to give up his final 2 years of eligibility. Used as a feature back at times, but had more than 14 rushing attempts in just 4 of his 23 college games. He shows soft hands. I think that's a good thing, but has a limited catch radius. No wonder he's 5'9", and wasn't featured as a receiver. Too easily swatted away in pass protection.
He's got T-Rex arms.
It sounds like Danny Woodhead, for crying out loud, except not as good.
A minute on Mccaffrey and that stupid contract the Panthers just signed him to. And I say stupid. They have to do it. It was a stupid draft pick. And I understand Christian McCaffrey is as much a receiver as a running back, and he features in the backfield or in different spots in the formation, I should say, where you can throw him the ball, so that makes him a little better as a bet there for a contract. But when are teams going to learn? When are teams going to learn? You can't draft a running back up there. McCaffrey, I think, was 8 overall. Saquon Barkley's going to be another one at 2 overall. Zeke Elliott at whatever he was, 4 overall. 6 overall is another one. The problem is when you draft a guy at that position and he delivers, you then have to sign him to the next contract. And how many times do you have to see it? The next contract for the running back in this day and age is death. And that, I am sorry, is fact, not opinion. You give me the list of second contracts, big contracts that have really, really worked out for the franchise running back. I'm sorry. It is a tiny, tiny list compared to the guys that have blown up. And I'll just, from Todd Gurley to Le'Veon Bell now with the Jets, just look at the second big running back contract. It's death. It's going to be death for Carolina. It's going to be death for Dallas. It's going to be death if Tennessee gets stupid and gives Henry that contract. It's going to be death for the Giants. But what are you going to do when you draft a guy in the top 5, top 10, and he delivers? He's now your franchise player. Christian McCaffrey is the Panthers franchise player. They are backed into giving him that second contract. So there you go. There's the money. He's going to get blown up. He's going to get hurt. He's going to become ineffective. Defenses are going to focus on him, and he's going to go bye-bye, just like Gurley went bye-bye, just like Leonard Fournette's going to go bye-bye, like they all go bye-bye. And Derrick Henry's going to go bye-bye, and I'm not telling you they aren't effective players. Of course they were effective players. Of course Zeke Elliott's effective. Of course McCaffrey's effective. Of course Derrick Henry was a huge part of Tennessee's success. But as soon as you give him the money in that contract, forget about it. So Christian McCaffrey's only the latest example. Do you want to weigh in?
Yes, I'll just quickly. Go ahead, Mario. You go first, because if I'm Carolina, I'm worried about him, but I'll tell you why in a minute.
Well, and I've come around in that the Rams broke the market with Gurley. It was a dumb contract, but I find this one kind of smart because you mentioned McCaffrey's. I think he's more wide receiver than he is running back. You know, he had the second most receptions in the league last year,
116.
So even if he turns into garbage taking handoffs, I still think his value is enormous, and because of how unique he is in that offense, I don't think you can pigeonhole him into that positional value chart. And I'm with you. Like, after that Gurley one, it broke the market. It was too much money. He had bad knees. That was dumb. And no one should be paying running backs that kind of money, but they've kind of screwed themselves with where they've drafted him. McCaffrey's a different case.
So I'll tell you why I would worry about McCaffrey on the Panthers, and I'll make it fast. He's not that big. He had 403 touches last year, number one in the league. Now, a lot of those were on receptions, so it's not like he's running in the middle of the line 400 times. But even so, 400 touches for a guy that size, in 2 years, he's going to be done.
Nice player. Can't argue the production and what he brings to that offense, which was one of the worst in the league still. You just can't pay those guys. It's death, and Carolina will be the most latest team to find that out. Okay, so there's the big board. We'll do kickers much later on in the show. Coming up next, your calls here on an Agenda-Free Friday and the Patriots quarterback situation. Big trade rumors have started to percolate across the league. Is it possible the Patriots could be in? Ian Rappaport weighs in, and your calls right after this.
It's Felger and Mazz on 98.5 The Sports Hub. Follow these guys on Twitter @Felger and Mazz. Chevrolet